Yes, sir. We got us a good one today. Yes, we do. You see it. You see it. We're going head to head, green versus yellow. You know what I'm saying? We got the green spot right here. Zinfandel Chateau Montelena finished. Bottle at 46%. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Triple distilled. You see it. Bourbon, sherry cask, and then finished in wine cask. Got this non-age statement going against his big brother, the Yellow Spot, a 12-year. It is triple distilled, triple pot stilled. We got the bourbon, sherry, and Malaga cask. So this is 46% as well. Similar rivalry. If you don't know about your Irish game, the Irish whiskey, we will be warring that today. Definitely going to get you a nice little depiction of these particular two spirits right here. These are nice, solid Irish whiskey drams right here. Looking to share that with y'all. Drams on deck. Spot. Let's go.
What's up, baby? You know what time it is. Drams on deck. Today, whoo, you see it. You already know what time it is. We got the head-by-head classic Irish battle. No, I ain't talking Conor McGregor. I'm talking this one right here. We got the green spot, Zinfandel, versus his big brother, the yellow spot. These are two heavy hitters. And like I said, in the Irish game, some of my contemporary, I would say my favorite Irish brand of whiskeys would be Middleton, Redbreast, the Spot family, which is pretty much, these right here, green, red, and yellow. But you don't see red too much. They even have a blue spot, which I've never had. But then you also have Teeling. You have Powers John Lane. And those are just a couple of the Irish ones. Even Bushmills is pretty good. So you have a handful of Irish ones that are, in my opinion, that are solid, that can get head-to-head with any top Scotch or bourbon. And they're solid. So right here, you got the Spot family. This one right here is the yellow spot. Wow, you see it. This is the yellow spot, 12 years. This is aged in bourbon, sherry, and Malaga wine cask. 12 years old. And this one right here is my second bottle of the yellow spot. And this one right here, another cool thing on it, has a nice, at the top of it, has a actual yellow spot on the top of it. And it's the very same for the tin. So there's 10 right here. Span out. It has a yellow spot, just pretty much at age 12 years. And bow, has a nice little yellow spot on top of it. And these are all pot still right here. All same as pretty much all, if not most Irish whiskey is pot still. And this one right here is the green spot. Now the normal green spot you see right here is in the Zinfandel, and it bow, same as way you have the green spot on the top. And I'll show you the tin in just a second. Now this is a Zinfandel from the Chateau Montelena. So green spot there, and this is just a tin right here for it. So all in all, you got two head-to-head monsters. Now these are both aged in wine. So this has a wine, that's a wine. This 12 years. So there is some similarities in there. The difference is obviously the green being a non-age statement, and it's a different wine. But all in all, there's definitely some similarities. They're both bottled at 46% ABV. So the normal green spot is actually 40%, but the one I have over here, they have several different green spot wine finished ones. The one that I have, as I said before, is a Zinfandel wine cask finished one, about 46%. But they have, I want to say, at least 3 other different wines finish green spot series. So they have the series of wine finish. That's just one of them. But there's like at least 3 different other ones that I have had. I've not had, but I've seen in the store. I think every year they come out with a different wine. So you may go to your store, you may find a different one than the Zinfandel Chateau Montelena. It may be a different one. So they have, like I said, several different ones. So maybe try a different one, and you may have a different taste to it. So be sure to let me know in the comment description if the ones that the green series that you have had, wine finished or not, and let me know your opinion of it. But like I said, normal green spot is a traditional 8 years, and it's 40%. This is non-age statement, wine finish, and it is 46. So that's what, at least one thing I do like about it. It's a higher ABV. I do appreciate that. So, but that being said, price wise, yellow spots nowadays, believe it or not, it is going up because high demand, or especially, actually, let me speak for around here. Around here, the price fluctuates. If I can get it at some of the normal retail chains like a Bevmo or Total Wines, I can get it. I can get a yellow spot for about 80 bucks. 12 year, 80 bucks. Now, if I go to a mom and pop or a secondhand store around here, usually I believe it or not, I've actually seen some yellow spots as high as 130. Believe it or not, $130. So it may range, you know what I'm saying? But if you get it at a retail store, a retail price perhaps, 80 bucks. But like I said, I've seen it jacked up as high as, you know what I'm saying, 130, 140 bucks before that, which is, you know, overpriced in my personal opinion. The green spot, that I paid roughly around the same. I got it both from the same store, Total Wines. I live in Southern California in the area called Temecula, which is actually wine country. So I actually got Total Wines there. They both run me about 80 bucks. So the green spot series, it may range there too, because like I said, that's even less limited. This is definitely more limited than the yellow spot, so that price may fluctuate as well. Ball in all, they're both retail around the same price, around 80 bucks, give or take. So I got them from the same place. So we're gonna go. We're gonna start with the yellow spot first. We're gonna nose it, taste it, and we're gonna score both of them one by one. Start with this yellow. Now now I will say the colors of these are pretty much dead on. So I really can't tell a difference in color. They're pretty much dead on. But I'll show you this right here. I see just a little bit of leg dripping. Just a little bit of leg. You can see right there, just a little bit of that leg dripping. Nice. It's a light amber color. I like that. Nice. I would say caramel. Light caramel. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Now, on the nose, it's very nice. It has a very nice, pleasant, fruity smell to it. Fruity as a sense of a pear, like a little nectar smell, vanilla. It smells like a nice, soft, sweet wine. Obviously, it's aged in let me make sure I pronounce it right, Malaga cask. So, very nice, very pleasant. Like I said, has a wine influence, vanilla, pear. Nice, pleasant. No, it doesn't have like a low, strong, overly alcohol pungent nose to it or anything like that. So, without further ado, let's get on this palate and see what we got. Cheers. Yellow spot does not disappoint, ladies and gentlemen. Let me tell you, it does not disappoint. So the first sip opens up my palate, sensitizes it, tingles a little bit. Now that my palate is adjusting to the ABV, I like to take the second sip to saturate the palate so I can really get more of the flavors deep into me. So that being said, the second sip is down the hatch. Yellow spot's very smooth, very nice. I definitely pick up like a wine influence. I'm not a wine enthusiast or connoisseur, so I couldn't tell you. Well, obviously I know it's Malaga, but I couldn't tell you, you know, off the top of my head what wine if I didn't know. But you definitely pick a nice fruit wine consistency. Has a nice creaminess to it. Definitely pick up some sherry and some of that bourbon influence, like the nice sweet bourbon, like a vanilla from a bourbon. You definitely pick up the vanilla and that wine influence on it. It is very smooth. It doesn't need any water. It's 46. This drink's very smooth. Has just a little bit of heat, just but very faint. Nothing off-putting. You can feel a little bit more. It has a little bit more to it than you would say normal 40%. But no burn and no bite. It is very pleasant. It drinks so smooth. You know, like I said, if you never had it before, you need to do yourself a service and try it out. I don't think you were disappointed. I mean, it's not going to be peaty, and it's not oaky, so it's not bitter or anything like that. But it's a nice, smooth, sweet, mellow dram, and it gets busy. It really does. Like I said, I love this Irish whiskey right here. These spots do not disappoint. I've only had the green and the yellow. I've never had the red spot is the 15 year, and it's pretty much similar within like the bourbon, sherry, and wine cask as these are. Only difference is it's just 3 years older. But believe it or not, the red spot is way more expensive than the yellow. So it's only 3 years older, and the red spot being 15 years. But the red spot normally it retails for like around $140 or so. So it's like $60 or so more retail than the yellow spot, and it's only 3 years older. So I don't think it's worth it to spend that much on it. I may try a pour it if I see it at a restaurant or something. But I have asked people who have tried it. Some of the around here, I talked to a lot of private shop owners, and a lot of them said that the red spot it tastes pretty much like the yellow, but it's like significantly more dollars. They was like, don't do it. It's not worth it. So when you got the shop owners telling you don't even do it, then I was like, when I say don't do it, not because it's not good, just because you're paying a lot more for pretty much for a similar product in the yellow. But that's just what they told me. I did have it personally myself, so I can't speak to it firsthand. But that's just the judgment that was given to them. But anyway, that being said, this yellow is on and popping. Vanilla, like wine influence, a nice creaminess to it, almost has a butterness to it. Nice, mellow, smooth. It is, like I said, it is a nice, smooth dram. The fruit influence is not, to me, you get just a little bit of berries or something like that, like a sweet berry, vanilla, and it's smooth as can be, like butter. It really is, but it has just a little bit of heat to it, which I really love. It doesn't have a burn or bite. I'm gonna take one last sip. I'm gonna score this for you. Nice, smooth. More of the berry taste on the finish for me. Normally the flavors are kind of consistent, but the last sip, I don't know because it's airing out still as we speak, but definitely pick up some berries on the finish. Berries, like a sweet butter, like a coating. Vanilla definitely has a lot of vanilla on there. Maybe just a hit of that wine, that Malaga wine. It has a very nice, sweet, soft wine, sophisticated finish to it. With the berry, it has a nice little hint of berry on the finish. I really enjoy this. I really do. So if you like a nice, smooth whiskey that is like almost with a wine influence, soft, buttery, with a little bit of fruit and some vanilla, you will have met definitely a very suitable dram for you. If you never had it, Yellow Spot is in there. $80. Bomb dram. If you never try it, I would definitely recommend a Yellow Spot. Like I said, it's not a peated whiskey, so but if you like this, those particular flavors that yelled out, I know that this would truly fit the bill for you. I haven't had a person yet that I've drunk with who said they didn't like this yet. I mean, there's always going to be some, but this is definitely a solid drink. So anyway, that being said, what I rate this, 1 to 10, 10 being the best. I like it. So 1 to 10, 10 being the best for me. Drams on deck. I will rate this Yellow Spot. Man, it's in there, man. I give it 8.75. 8.75 for me. Just under a 9. It's a smooth bomb dram, man. I said the pros are pretty much the flavors that I named. Like I said, the swoop is a sophisticated wine. You get the vanilla, you get the berry, that nice sweet buttery taste to it. It's in there. The only thing I would say that I wish it was more, maybe just a higher ABV, but it's perfect the way it is. I'll say it was perfect. But there's some days I was like, man, I wish it was a little bit hotter. But I mean, I'm just nitpicking at this point. But anyway, absolutely. It has a pretty medium finish to it. So medium finish is not like long as some other Drams, but it's not short either. So it has a nice medium finish to it. And for me, I give it an 8.75, pretty much 8.75. Bomb Dram right there. Definitely, if you haven't, do yourself a favor and check it out. Bomb Dram. Now, take a quick sip of water. Go right over here to the green spot. This one here, again, is a Zinfandel wine cask finish green spot, bottle at 46%. This one right here, similar to the other colors, the color is pretty much dead on. I would say that this one looks to be slightly lighter. Very nice caramel in its own right. So, let's see what this nose has to offer. Tell you the truth, I don't smell much of a difference. This one right here has some similarities to the yellow spot in that you get a wine, like a small fruit influence. But this one is a little bit softer, I will say. Maybe I pick up just a little bit of apple in here, but mostly wine, vanilla, and a little bit of apple. And it's a little bit softer. It's not as prevalent, the nose, as the yellow spot came across on my nose just a second ago. So. All right, let's go palate. Cheers. That one is on too. Nice smoothness to it. That's one of the thing I love about these spots. They drink smooth and not overly hot. It's perfect. I think, like I said, these drink very smooth. I really enjoy these right here. After a day of work, you will sit back and sip something. These could be almost like a comfort drink. If it wasn't for the fact that you, especially nowadays, depends on where you live. There's some people who can find your spot any day of the week. But around here, they're getting a little bit harsh and scarce around here. So, and like I said, on the second market, the price is starting to beefing up over $100. So that's why it's hard for me to say that a comfort drink would be price-wise over $100 and something that you may struggle to find from time to time. So anyway, that being said, that first sip of the green was in there. But as always, I'm going to take 2 sips first to really give it a good saturation in the palate. And I'm going to dig right into the flavors. Second sip. In there as well. These are good. They're both good. This one right here, definitely pick up. To me, the wine influence is definitely more prevalent on this one. I mean, surprise, surprise. I mean, it definitely says Zinfandel finish. It tastes a little bit like almost like a jam, like a nice soft wine. Pick up some pears, some nectar, some nice vanilla on this one. Smooth. You don't need water for any of that. That's why I'm important. You don't even need water for these. It drinks super smooth, nice wine influence, vanilla influence. The one thing I would say about this one, I pick up I pick up like a more of a berry on this one. I pick up this one right here. I pick up more jam, like a sweet jam, and the wine is more heavy on this one, I will say. But all in all, they're both good. Bomb Drams. Both are on the same price. At retail, that is. You can't go wrong either way. I really don't. I think there's some kinship to them. But, there's some slight differences. But they're pretty almost. Differences in taste are not super drastic. It's very, they have some minute flavors, like I said. This one is jam. A little bit more winey. This one has more vanilla, I would say. But all in all, like the basic makeup of it is some similarity there. The price as well. So either way, I mean, it's a pick 'em. If I had to rate the Green Spot, 1 to 10 being the best for me, the Green Spot Chateau Montelena Zinfandel wine cask finish for me is an 8.5, 8.5. So I slightly like the Yellow Spot, but that's just personal preference, and it's close. So, you may feel differently, but I like the Yellow Spot just by a hair, just by a little bit. So this is an 8.75. This is an 8.5. They're both bomb drams. I enjoy both of them. Like I said, you can't go wrong either way. So if you haven't tried it, give both of them a shot if you can. If it's one or the other, I don't think you're gonna miss much either way. So if you're in a store and you happen to go with the Green Spot versus the Yellow, or vice versa, and you're getting quality products, and really it's subjective of what you may prefer, if any at all. But I can guarantee you, to me, the taste profile is very similar. Like I said, there's some slight differences, but it's not drastic differences. That being said, and them being relatively priced at retail, I feel as though it's a pickup. You can get either product and be satisfied with it, and you're not gonna be, like if I get the Yellow Spot, I don't feel like I'm missing out on this one, or vice versa. So they're both good products, man. Check them out if you haven't already, man. Hopefully you got something out of this. So if you haven't tried any of the spots before, if you've not tried, there's some guys that watch my channels and really they're more into bourbon. They haven't really tried scotches. They haven't tried Irish whiskeys. Most Irish people, when they drink Irish whiskey, they drink in Jameson or Proper 12 or something like that. And those are, don't get me wrong, but those are pretty much, at least the entry level portion of those are, pretty basic. So if you ever had Jameson or something like that, these Yellow Spots are nothing like the Jameson. They are way more complex and a lot more balanced than any bottom shelf Jameson. So so there's some people who just only had Jameson and they think the Irish whiskey tastes the same. Well, that's not the case. So if you're a bourbon guy or maybe even a Scotch guy and you never tried Irish whiskey, or you never tried these Irish whiskeys, and you like the taste profile of that, do yourself a favor and try it. For all my Scotch guys, if you ever had the Balvenie 12 year, the double wood, I'm referring to the double wood 12 year, they have some similarities. The reason why I say this is because the Balvenie double wood 12, so it's the same 12 years like this is 12 years, and it has a wine and bourbon finish, same as this. This has sherry, the 12-year Balvenie double wood is the sherry and bourbon. This has sherry and bourbon with the wine influence. So that's why I say that. If you ever had a Balvenie double wood 12, I think if you enjoyed it, I think you would enjoy those just the same. I really do. Those is pretty similar in my opinion. Like I said, I don't think you can go wrong. If you ever had the Glenmorangie 10-year, that's a bourbon. Well, to me, it has a very vanilla influence on it, probably from ex-bourbon cask. So if you ever had a Glenmorangie 10-year and you liked it, I think you'll enjoy these as well. So I'm not saying it tastes dead on, but it has some kinship to it. So if you like those two drams, the Glenmorangie 10 or the Balvenie Double Wood 12, I think, and you like those, you should like those too. All in all, hope you got something out of it. If you never tried it, please do yourself a favor and do so. Like I said, there's no peat in this, so there's no smoke whatsoever. But trust me, you're getting quality bomb drams nevertheless. I think if you like that taste profile that I just read to you is your wheelhouse, try it out, man. Also, in my description box, hit that below. I will drop the link for my Instagram page. I have a lot of these particular bottles as well as other ones on my Instagram page. So check that out. I also have some videos in there, and I also have a Cash App Patreon if you choose to. I don't push it much, not a big deal. If you choose to help support the channel, you can make any donation you want, your choice. Also, like I said, I got more hot reviews on the way, so please stay tuned. Please hit the like button and the subscribe button, because the likes and subscribes are for free. So thanks for your time. Thanks for your support. Signing out. Drams on deck. Yes, sir.